Joining us now, our reporter in Rabat, Morocco, Lorenz Kohler. A very good morning, Lorenz. So you were yesterday at that press conference featuring Nigeria, their stand-in captain as well as their coach. What comments really stood out for you from that press conference yesterday?
Good morning, Valen. I think definitely Walid Regragui speaking about the pressure that he's been under, whether he wins or whether he loses, and him saying to Nigerian media, I was waiting for Moroccan media to ask me this question for so long, to say if somebody reaches a semi-final of a World Cup or AFCON, usually they should be appreciated, but not in his home country. And it was almost a comment to say, like, where's the love for me? And a challenge rather to whoever replaces him, because it's almost like a admission that he's going to be replaced whether he wins the AFCON or not. So I found that a major power shift. And from Nigeria, it was definitely that they were playing into the hands of, they're just enjoying themselves, and generally that they are not favorites, but they will do their best. So there was a lot of power dynamics in the way that the coaches and the players played the media yesterday in the press conference.
That's an interesting comment from the coach of the Moroccan team, because you have other experts saying that had this been a Moroccan team pre-World Cup 2022 and the way that they've performed, and bear in mind, this is a team that's only just conceded a single goal up to this point in the tournament, everybody would have been very happy. But it's in fact because of their history and because of what they achieved at the last World Cup that they're under this kind of pressure at the moment. Do you think it's going to be too much for the hosts?
Look, there's a lot of recency bias in the terms of North African football. Tunisia came into this tournament qualifying for the World Cup. They never conceded a single goal. They scored 22. They got knocked out in the last 16 and the coach was sacked. So, look, it's nothing new. But yeah, I just generally think if they don't win this game, yeah, it's going to be chaos in this country, because there was a big build-up towards this to say that this is our tournament, this is where we win it. And then going into the World Cup, and even when they host the World Cup in 2030, they want to be a superpower of African football.
The Moroccan team will have a strong reliance on a player that they've been relying on for most of the tournament, and that is Brahim Diaz, who currently leads the Golden Boot race. But just behind him is Victor Osimhen and Mo Salah. Mo Salah says that he, not even a single Nigerian in his country, wants to win the Africa Cup of Nations as much as Mo Salah does. It's a replay of the 2021 final up against Senegal. Where do you see this one going?
Look, a lot of people have written Egypt off in past two rounds, and they've just come back and, silence their detractors. And there's a lot of people also that saying Mo Salah is not at his best, but, he's up there for the Golden Boot. And if you look at the data, he's ranked amongst the best. So look, Senegal are still going to be favorites, because they were one of the favorites to win this competition from day one, where you would say that, Egypt are performing above the expectation. But I think that's one of those games that could potentially go separated.
Lorenz, you've been our man on the ground, our eye and our ear on the ground. For the final on Sunday, who are the two nations that are competing there?
I'd go for a North African final, because that's just how I see things unfolding. Not the best football, but let's say Morocco versus Egypt.
Fantastic. Lorenz Kohler, our man out in Rabat, Morocco. Looking forward to that semi-final. It is the one Nigeria up against Morocco taking place in that city.